Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're at the second day at the Jindalee Bowls Club for the $12,000 Classic Pairs, and this is the first game of three today. It's a repeat of yesterday. It's a Section 2, so we've got fresh bowlers. We won't see the people that were here yesterday until tomorrow. And joining me in commentary with all the news, Jim C.
All the news.
All the news.
It's too early in the morning to have all the news. This is the second fill. We played 7 sections yesterday. The 7 winners and the best second place played quarterfinals, the last 16 to make it down to 4. Fantastic game that we live streamed. One. 4 of the 4 winners of their fourth game go to the quarterfinals tomorrow morning, and the 7 sections here will play 3 games. We'll have 7 section winners and a best second. We'll then play a 4th round down to 4 players to fill those last 4 spots for tomorrow morning. We've got a cracker of a game on the live streaming. Clint Bailey and Jared Davies, 2 of Broadbeach best, against Ash Van Winkle and Christian Crocker. I haven't got any nicknames for Crocker. I suppose he'd be called Barry. Everybody I understand calls Van Winkle Rip, so that's pretty easy. We expect this to be a classic game. 2 of the favoured teams, what we'd call the section of death, really, because the other teams in this section are Indy Conlon playing with Rob Cheshire, who's come from ACT probably more than 12 months ago. He was a skip for Canberra, skip for ACT in the Alley Shield. He's just lobbed into Broadbeach and taken a spot in their first division. And the 4th team is Roger Manning and Alan Newman, very capable leading Sunshine Coast players. So that section will be very interesting. I would like to predict that nobody would win all 3 games in that section and we'd find a 2-game winner. We didn't have that yesterday. We had a 2.5 game winner between Peter Leon Senior, Gary Andrews, snuck through with 2.5. And we have the sun shining. Look at the shadows on the green. We had cloud cover yesterday and very gloomy conditions, we'd say, yesterday. It rained for the last 37 days here. We don't expect the green to run 17. We expect to have some great games of bowls. If you missed those games yesterday, going back and looking at them would be fantastic, and listening to the great Graham Shillington as my co-commentator for almost 2 full games, the full second game until he gave up about 6:30 at night, thinking he had to go and mow some greens this morning. We got some very good stories out of Shillo, ones that you could actually tell. The rest of Shillo's stories are only told at the bar. We're just about ready to kick off. Appears everybody's finished their trial ends. And the sun's shining and we're looking forward to some fantastic games today. None better than this one. Van Winkle and Crocker played, I think they were the winners of the Bargara Fours in January. I'm pretty sure they were the winners of the $20,000 Fours last weekend at Club Marucci. And Clinton Bailey and Jared Davies, obvious selections in the Gold Coast district sides. Jared probably being I would think he won the Australian junior title a couple of years ago. He's only recently out of the juniors. And Clinton Bailey has been district player for the Gold Coast for however long he wants to be in it, I would think. So if this game isn't any good, we won't be doing any more telecasts, I reckon. This is a game that shone that we would be the one to do the live streaming of. We got a few people waking up on Saturday morning. A couple of people are still looking for their beauty sleep. And by the clock in front of me, it says there's 1 minute till we kick off. We're not sure who we're going to sneak in for co-commentary today. Michael Sorensen, Hollywood Sorrow, whatever you'd like to call him, has threatened to be able to come along one stage today. I'm not sure when and for how long that we'd have him, but we could get a bit of insight out of what Sorrow thinks if he's going to be here to do some commentating.
There we go. How long do the games go for?
2 hours 15, I think. Could be 2 hours 10. I'm not exactly sure of that. I'm not thinking that the green's going to run 17. There we go, 2 hours 10. Easy enough to read the rules when they're written on a bit of paper in front of you. I would think with that sun shining on this green, just been recently rolled, I would think that after about 20 minutes the rolling will go off, the water will start to seep to the surface, and the green may slow down. It looks like it's travelling pretty good at the moment. The greenkeeper's done a marvellous job, and the greens look in perfect condition really, considering the rain. There's no patches on it, there's no fairy rings, there's something to play on. Second bowl.
So Scotty said, the greenkeeper, that he's moved the rings across 1.25.
Okay, the greens have gone across a quarter from where they were played yesterday, which is what every good greenkeeper should do. You wouldn't want to play 60 ends 3 days in a row on the same setting. They're feeling their way, we'd say. Van Winkle played what you'd call a good first lead bowl, a yard behind, and just overcorrected slightly. Jared being one of the younger generation with that little run off the mat as he delivers. And I think it's Wales, isn't it? Wales, where Christian comes from. So he should be quite at home playing on greens that are running 13. He would consider that fast most of the year in Wales. As for the sunshine in his eyes, he mightn't get too much of that in Wales, but he could go a bit of a hat by the time he plays 60 ends in the sunshine. Looks like he's arriving. Can't play it much better than that. Very handy bowl. 4 more to come to give it a little bump to make that one score. Hello, we've got a few people lining up out of bed. Christine Dwyer, Clinton Arthur, DeLacy Kyle, Phil Watkins, Rosemary Irwin, Clinton Arthur, Michael Sorensen is watching. Sorry, I was just using your name in vain. Rosemary Irwin and Ron Willis. Some pretty interesting matchups across the green, just looking out on my left-hand side.
Get the inside of the blue first, mate. Take the speed out.
Do you need that translated?
No, I don't need that translated, but we have microphones on the side of the green to hear what the players are saying. And he called in to play that shot. It definitely had a bit of accent in it, but I would suggest to you.
There was a funny moment up at Club Marucci last weekend when someone on the green next door was talking with a very heavy Scottish accent, telling them what to do, and the bloke sings out, "What did you say?" It was just one of those. You had to be there,
Yep.
but it was funny.
All right, I'm grumbling.
Oh, is he in? Isn't that rolling good today?
Which side of it? There remains 2 down with 2 pretty good shots. Chopped the shot bowl across one roll. Rocked on the second shot with the second bowl. It's a sign of things to come.
It's definitely not 13 seconds like yesterday.
Well, it's got a bit of sun to draw the water up yet and the rolling to go off it, so we think it's quite playable. Commentating with Shillo yesterday, a bit harsh in different times. Just Shillo and I cut our teeth on very fast greens. And it's a little bit different ball game. He's gone through a foot, probably be 2 down. Good. Got to
This
get this
is-
one back, it's coming back.
This is just the first end. It's incredible.
Righto. Got a bit of jack movement here. Got a much tighter line. He's at the jack. Rip's very interested.
Yep, here we go. Move it just a little bit. Is that too much?
Is that too much for how many? It's not how, it's how many.
Oh, okay. That's,
Possibly, we call that the shot of the day.
yeah.
We haven't been playing very long, but it could be the shot of the day when we finish up.
Wow.
4 shots, I would think. It was 4 and a look, and they knew what they were talking about, so we don't know whether it was 4 or 5. We'll put 4 on the scoreboard. We'll add another one later on if we're wrong. We'd say that's 4-0. 2 down to 4 up.
Is he on the wrong line?
First up.
They're on the wrong line.
Are they on the wrong line or are our cameras on the wrong line?
Well,
You better whiz
I
out.
haven't moved the camera. Oh my God.
You better whiz out and fix that up.
Oh, I can't. I won't do it while we're. Oh, I changed everything else but that one. Well, there you go. They're not on the wrong line, ladies and gentlemen.
No, we'll just look from an angle.
Your camera operator is drunk.
How long's it going to take you to shift that over?
Oh, it'll take a second, but I won't do it
While they're playing this way?
well, make people seasick if I start moving cameras around. We'll be okay for a minute.
Oh, and he's going to wreck on that short bowl. Head hasn't been set up like the first one, having 3 or 4 bowls of foot behind the head and trail of the foot. Yes. I guess I'm going to call Des Khan Jr. a local fellow. I'm sure he used to play at this club many years ago.
The camera is tied to the railing, so I've just got to undo the cords and slide it across. I moved everything else around.
Well, Clint's out of the road of the camera, if the camera was in the right spot.
Oh, here we go.
Not afraid to have a bit of a rep.
There's another shot of the day. You're certainly going to see why Christian and Ash have just about gone professional with the money they're making.
Just about going professional. Let's just say that they're very good players, and this will be a very good game.
How much was Bagara fours worth?
Only $1,000 each.
Okay.
Plus double that in the Calcutta, triple that in the Calcutta. So they got about $3,000 each.
Don't think they got themselves in the Calcutta at
I
Club Mauritius.
know I had second in the Calcutta that got beaten 1 game by 1 by Keith Wally.
He was worried that was too big.
Well, it's only the first end they've played this way, and it's only a couple of feet short of the tee. Pretty sure Jared came from Victoria, where he'd won maybe the Australian juniors, the Australian under 25s, I'm not sure which one, and quite a few Victorian events. Christian's going to borrow that hat off Rip before the end of 4 games today.
This is even better than the first one.
The way that sun's beating down, and I do like Van Winkle's hat. Very Australian. Everybody playing in caps. The top of their ears won't be with them by the time they're 60 or 70. Had to split? No.
No, that's fine. I didn't know she'd done it.
Doug Tate's with us again today. He was with us most of yesterday. Steve Blackburn, Mitch Mears, Glenn Davies. I don't know that we've got a nickname for Steve. I don't know whether they call him Muscles or Little Gun. I'm not too sure. Son of Pistol, anyway.
And they had holes in oh yeah, we need some.
They're doing such a nice job of standing either side of the tee.
Yes.
The camera.
Yes,
The
yes.
camera's in the
Making
wrong
sure that we can see what's going on at
and
the
the
head.
camera's not in the right spot.
by not standing down the line.
Oh my goodness.
3 down. What are we going to do, Clint? We did a 4 on the first end. We do a 3 on the second end. We'll be behind the 8 ball. Somewhere near hitting the jack. It's in there as it goes past somewhere. Just beside it. Come and have a look. We're going to have a chat. That's a long way up the green to have a look at the head.
Ash's legs are longer, so it's easier for him to get that up there.
Might be a bit of a secret that they didn't want everybody else to hear. Just going to draw another shot. No, he wanted to find a little bit of backward.
Ash saw some danger there, especially with the weight that Jared just played.
Seem to trundle down there inside their own bowl, maybe connect their own short bowl. He doesn't want to wreck on the wide one. Doesn't want to wreck on that wide one, he said. Say that's 3. We're going to say 7-0 on 2 ends. There goes the mat. Matt went a little bit airwise. We'll just make sure that's 7-0 when they do the scoreboard. We're going to say it's 7-0 on 2 and see if the scoreboard agrees with us. 8. Might have been 5 on the first end. Scoreboard says 8-0, so it's a 5 and a 3. And 1 near the jack at 8-0, 2 ends. It's how to start the day out. Not much past. Not much past at all. 2 good lead bowls to start with. Shane Globitz. Glowboy on board. Everly Thelius, Paul Flood, Rosemary Irwin, Michael Irwin, Lester Piggott. I haven't seen Lester for a long time. 3 touches. No, the first one wasn't a toucher. Glenn Davies, Paul Flood, Stephen Piggott. That brings back some stories.
Oh, do it again.
No. We'd say that they've made an interesting start to this head. And there's more to come. Rosemary Irwin's from Scotland. I don't get the stories on one of these sides, I just get who's on board. And I can see a couple of comments from Chris Monk. The Monk being qualified, playing with Sarge yesterday. They gave Scotty de Jong a bit of a touch-up, I think 24-3. That's better, Clint. Make sure that we can't see everything. Yeah, he's in the area, looking to tuck that kitty up. Pretty handy sort of a shot. Guess Jared's not afraid to reach the head on some of these attacking shots. We'd say the wet ball's shot still. And we've had plenty of action so far. We're halfway through the end. Just outside the window on my left-hand side, looking out of the window, we've got Des Khan Jr. and Judd Percy, which I would nearly count as locals to here. I'm sure young Desi played out of this club. Here we go, little Tucker. I guess that counts. I guess that's 2. Eight 0 after 2 ends, 2 down on the head. Things have got to happen soon. Ray Whittaker and Andrew Howie. Very impressive list of people watching now. Phyllis Howard. Righto, Clint. We attacking this? Yep. We're none too wide. We're somewhere near the jack. And a little straightener to kick us through on probably a couple of feet away. We're just back in time to scroll down and have a look. The jack's in the ditch, and I would think Clint's within a couple of feet. There we are, the jack's 2 foot from the peg by that marker. Not sure where the toucher is. Toucher went pretty close to on it. It would have been pretty close to on it, wrecked on the single bowl. So we're going to say there's a toucher in the ditch there somewhere that'll be the shot. Oh, there they are. There's the marker, the toucher marker and the bowl marker, about a foot apart. Ashley Hewson. All sorts of famous people. Lester Pickett's still here. That one's going in, just. I guess nothing for short. Second in coming this way, draw into the ditch. On a green where it's rained 37 days in a row. Let's try in here. It's a good shot.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Makes 2.
Just sacrificed the sponsors so we can see what's happening in that corner.
Okay.
Miss?
Michael Irwin. Jim C actually is my lingo, my name. Mary Ann's watching. I can give you an updated score as we go along in Ellen's game. I can see Ellen far left-hand side on rink 1. They're playing Rob Cheshire and Indy Conlon, so they'll have their work cut out. Muncher, Andrew Howie and Ray Whittaker.
Is that the real Ray Whittaker?
Well, there's a couple of Ray Whittakers. One from Sunny Coast, one from Maryborough.
2 goodies.
We make 3.
That'll help. Look at that. Look, I just gave him some training and ashes all over it. Thank you. 3.
Could do with the mat. And you put the mat down to start. I don't. He's in business.
And have a look at this. Right down the barrel.
Eight, 3, 3 ends. A 5, a 3 and a 3. So they're keeping the run rate. 11 shots on 3 ends. So we had 11 shots on about 10 ends yesterday. They had to do something, and they did it. They're back in the 3 on the board. Morning munch. Peter Shaw.
Morning, Darren.
Not quite up, Rip. You need a bit more than that.
He'll be scolding himself.
Won't be too far away when it comes the last 2 foot.
2 goodies, Clinton.
Not quite here. Ron Morley. Yogi. Well, we've played our 3 ends. We'll be saying that the rolling just about go off this green and slow down a bit. And that's how it appears on the N4. First 2 and 3 ends, they were all their bowls, all the lead bowls were within a foot. I think the greens just lost that little bit of rolling, probably a metre. And they've just thrown a couple of shorter ones in. Gets inside that, he'll be close.
A little bit of South African butt there. When we live streaming when he won the
Played a good shot.
The Sunshine Coast champion singles.
Yeah.
He did that the whole time, and everyone dug him for months. I'm surprised he's still doing it.
It's pretty hard if you haven't been on the live streaming as much. I know Robbie Allen has a big stick that he carries around with him and serves it up for people that get on that line when they're trying to see him. Got a good shot on now, and he's in the area.
That is in the area.
He didn't quite get enough of it. That makes it a bit harder. Basically sitting front toucher. That should fix watching much of this head. We'll just invent it now.
Okay.
We'll go to the side, will we?
Go to the side.
Basically front touching and 1 a foot behind on a holding green. It's just going to try and get a metre or so behind, I'm guessing. Something like that. We'll have a run through the names again. Joel D. Annie, Lanny, Glenn Davies, Marianne Stillier, Aaron Wall, Jason Royal. A bowl wider than he wanted. Kept that one in at right angles.
Good area, mate. Good spot. Pace is good.
Weight's okay? Yeah, half the speed now, a metre less, yeah, really good.
Well, we're into the... Oh, he's under the front ball, I fear. Didn't make that any easier on the backhand. Glenn Davies. Is that part of Jared's Davies?
Takes a big step out, Ash, doesn't he? Oh, a little bit of it.
One in a different place. Aaron Wall. Well, it's fairly inviting to be down there. Going to be a ditch weight on this green anyway. Not going to...
Ashley's got his butt facing a different direction this time. Very good.
Gets around that white one, it'll be a happy home. Oh, that didn't make it any easier.
Positive.
He's got it,
Yep. He's got it away good, doesn't he?
played it well. Just comes underneath his arm there, or his head. Yeah, just kick that blocker into the road, and it stopped him playing the shot. At the moment, that gap's now very inviting. Got to get him into that hole. Yeah, he gets inside the first one, he's close, and he has. Give us a look, Clint.
Oh, that knocked that any closer.
2 seconds.
2 seconds, he said. He's claiming the white ball will be third shot.
Yeah, we're going to see it with the CSI.
Something's happening. It's happened. He's played a good shot. And the jack. You can see his hand. 2, 3.
No, I haven't decided yet.
1, 2. Didn't get back to Clint's bowl there. That's 4.5 foot behind. Three. Still couldn't see his fingers properly then.
Almost looked like 4, didn't it? I think it's 4 because if it's 3, he would have held it more like that.
At least they're keeping the run rate up. They play 15 ends, they score 60 shots.
I want to see what that replay looks like.
Just got,
So that little nick got him 4 points.
just got him
And he was 1 down.
hit the kitty any hard, it would have gone to Clint's bowl.
You said it was very inviting.
Well, oh. We're going to say 4.
Well, it's 12-3 on the scoreboard, 4th in.
we'll have on our scoreboard then. 15 shots on 4 ends. That conversion with the last bowl has seemed to be handy results. Need to give that one a good hit.
It did.
That old story, it happens all the time. You drop your first one short and you run into it with your next one. Mark Casey, we will have royalty on here shortly. Peter Brown, he's watching today. He'll be back to play the quarterfinals tomorrow morning. Jason Royal and Doug Tate.
So those of you tuning in on the Facebook page of the Jindalee Bowls Club, it's also available on YouTube. Do a search for Bowls Promo TV and click on the streams, and it'll be live there as well. And subscribe. Picked up 50 subscribers since we've been here, which is fantastic. Aiming for 1,000. And likes and shares are also appreciated. You may have noticed that Bowls Queensland is also sharing the event, which is very nice of Brett Wilkie to involve us like that.
Hayomi Wakamatsu. Not very good at pronunciation, so we just have an approximation to that one. Is watching. We like to see everybody on board. I think Barry would be a good nickname for Crocker. Little edge off that, put him somewhere near it.
It's good bowling. There's that little back slide. Very nice to watch.
Most of the younger generation just think probably we've got Mark Casey on here, probably started a bit of that lurching forward off the mat as you play your bowl. Instead of some of the old-fashioned people that have a standing upright on the mat and letting it go. That little bit on the heavy greens of the body weight coming forward to get you up to the head.
Well, unlike the scoring...
Just in behind, great bowl. Very good bowl.
Great bowl.
That was just in behind. It's just in behind 2 inches. Scott
Alan Yim over
Atwell.
there is only 4-2 on 2 ends.
Scott Atwell, I imagine that's some close relation of Bonnie's.
Here we go. Nothing.
Gotta get a team out. You set that ball, you get a team.
We've had fire 1, Clint, and you're 4 down. If you go fire 2, you're going to have to hit something. Fire 2. Somewhat closer. Oh no, same ball. Okay, Jared, we've got a bit of work on your plate. You're 12-3 behind, 4 down on the head. And we're only playing the 5th end of the game.
He's shaking his head going, how can I miss that?
We're on the 5th end of the game and there's a bit of stick on Jared playing these 2 bowls. Pothole Pete's on board now and Mitchell Percy.
I love Pothole Pete. He's been a great supporter of my my journey over the last 2 years, and he's always let me know if something's not right. Appreciate you having being there, pothole.
Well, I think that bowl's forced him into running. 5 down. Clint wants him to run. Here he goes. He always has a bit of a wind up. There's a fair few on the bank now. And they're scoring at 4 and over. Scoring at 4 and over. It's certainly a one-day game, not a test match. Now comes the question.
Oh, he's got the tee. Geez, that's good bowls.
Now comes the question. Is he going to try and draw a third shot? Or are he going to run the risk of losing another 5? Even if he gets the tee, one of those bowls could come and get his own bowl out and have nothing on the rink. He's got one bowl on the rink. The white one onto the blue one goes straight onto their only bowl. Draw with a foot of weight. It says, you've just had 3 drives, draw with a foot of weight. It's really easy.
We've got Derek in the room. What should he be doing, Derek?
I'll be drawing.
You'd be drawing? Yeah, but you'd draw that. I've seen you bowl. You'd draw that.
What have you been drinking?
He's just got to arrive.
Oh, he stopped in his
He's
tracks.
wide. He might beat the... Yeah, he's played a good shot.
He's doing
He's
good.
not, he's not
doing
much
good.
wide. He's
2. See? Well done.
not much wide. Cut the run rate back. But the score is 14-3. Marianne, what's the score over in that game? I can see the score for Mitchell Percy. Judged 3-all on 4 ends, so there's nothing there. And Alan Newman's game is 4-2.
Yeah, they're not updating.
And I don't know which way round they are. First nut, somewhere like picking it up a foot.
You see if you can get Alan Newman to update his scoreboard, Derek.
No, he's right. They might add it. Oh, they can't add a dead one, can they? It's
No.
a respot.
It's a respot.
Just in behind, Clint? Or you got it? You got it.
But he's kicked it.
We're back to how they played their first 2 or 3 ends, where the leads will draw within a foot. They had that third end when they drew 6 foot away. Like, they played 6 ends, and 4 of them they played all their lead bowls within a foot. Again.
And just to hurt them a bit more, Ash goes and sits on it. Ah, when you're on, eh?
Yes. When you're hot, you're hot. When it's happening and you're trying to get it to happen.
Changed hands.
Clint's going to have a little look for the jack.
You just got to hold.
Just a little look for the jack.
Oh, he's got another toucher and no result.
Would say that they played 4 pretty handy shots there.
Yes.
Without too much joy to the team that's behind.
That was as stiff as Peter Leon's stick.
Pretty easy act to follow those first 4. He's just got to draw down there. I thought he was just going to be a front knocker when he let it go, but we can't tell. Well, you'd push toucher because the kiddie's gone, well, better go sideways. I can't see whether he tucked that kiddie.
Oh!
We got rid of 2 of them. I can see the shadow of the jack, so it's a back toucher basically. Les Elms and Grant Dargavel. That's the furthest away bowl so far. A metre short blocking.
Yeah.
Not really a shocker, it's more of a blocker. Hasn't stopped him attacking.
No, he's got some extra bit on this.
I think you possibly could give him a little feature of please get out of the road.
Well, they're trying to win a bowls game, so I'm never too worried about that. Want to see that drive? Touch the jack.
Peel those two off the jack. Well, Clint's
Well, that's where it's hiding.
played some attacking shot because he's knocked that white ball off the block. It was right on the line. I don't know what speed he played that last one, but he's kicked the white ball off the line. We'll see whether he's going to play the same shot.
Still flick the ball off me. So go for the split with T-Way. Yeah, absolutely. Get the ball through that hole there, it's you.
Going for the split.
The ball wide, but
Right, let's go try and get the tee. You beat those two balls.
could you translate that?
Go for these two balls.
That one, you split that one halfway back. Harry Craig. David Keogh.
Tasmania.
Keogh.
Yeah.
Peter Leon. Peter Leon's talking about Muppets, and he's an expert. Pretty handy sort of a shot with a pretty handy sort of result.
The toucher there as well.
Well, they've got two skips bowls to draw something. Heading the right way, but we're going to say 3 shots.
Plenty of room for a good draw bowler. If that white ball wasn't in the way.
Oh, you can play a little bit of weight on the back end of those bowls. Chips in off anything. Plays 3 foot of weight. You could finish pretty close.
Backhand?
Going to play backhand, I would think. Well, sure now. Just let it go.
Don't need overdubbing. No.
Played the right weight, just 3 foot too wide. And now Barry Crocker.
Crocker for a knocker.
I guess he's somewhere up.
He's added the metre.
Guess he's somewhere up.
He hasn't added the
3
metre.
down. Come on, Clint.
I'm giggling at the person
It's 3 down.
yelling in the
Yes,
background.
yes, you've got 3 shots. I'm telling.
Got at least one, don't we?
Correct your grass on the shot you just played.
He reckons he's
You're
got.
not game to draw down the forehand side.
Reckons he's got one. Can he turn it into 7?
Well, we might never. Oh, I think he's too wide the way Clint leaned across trying to get that one to draw back. Bit of body lingo. Three and a half foot. Not in. 2.
2.
We split the difference between 1 and 3.
Fair enough. What are they going to do that's different?
Draw near the kitty.
Are you going to stretch it
Mat
out?
back. Mat back. Are they going to play on the middle of the green or ditch to ditch? It's broad beach, so you'd say they're going to play ditch to ditch.
It looks like a ditch.
How far's it going? We'd call it 2 foot short of the tee. Evan O'Rourke, Julie Dean, Steve Jules, Julie Dean.
Look at that beautiful shadow that's been cast. Lovely sunshine.
Julie Dean, I would think, at Paradise Point in the Chucky Vogler Memorial, or the Vogler family, when Chucky Senior had died. That must be some period of time ago, Julie. And the Wondai Wonder, Evan O'Rourke, has joined us. Josh Fisher and Janine Brown.
Ah, Janine's back with her emojis. A little wave and a bit of ray of sunshine, is it? Yes. Is it sunny at Urangan?
Nothing like a good old-fashioned ditch to ditch on a holding green. Just to increase the enjoyment factor, to drop the first couple of bowls short.
At least Clinton's doing the right thing. He's thrown it long and he's put one on it. Is he
I don't
going
know whether you'd count that on it, and this one beside it.
It could have been a little bit longer, but I'm not unhappy with that. Ash will try and come just around the outside. No, it's a Zachary.
Yep. Nothing like the extra enjoyment factor of playing ditch to ditch on a holding green. So, well, shouldn't say amazed, but it's fantastic to be playing bowls on grass greens at the moment, let alone playing bowls on a grass green with some sort of finish on it. Cleared it?
Yeah, a little chip.
Good as.
Yep.
Well,
Put the pressures back on.
you're 9 behind, you've got to do
Winklecross.
something. That can't get round them.
Can't get over it.
Can't get up
go
either.
through it. Have to go around it. Remember the Play School song?
Not completely lost. A lot better grass.
He's chasing this one down.
Get there. We're not too sure whether it's getting there or not. Might be second shot. Is second shot. Lovely and sunny.
Oh, good.
Park Beach. Park Beach, eh? Coffs Harbour Park Beach, I would guess. Going to stay that hand? Oh, he's might be going to stay that hand.
Is it a hole?
If
No. Ash, you're getting closer. Oh, look at the flare coming off Ash's hat.
yes, trying hard here.
Oh, is he going to
Trying
be
very
that?
hard.
Going to be that cruel? Well, look at that.
Now the question is it one or two? White ball's not far out of being second shot now. Kent's still on the pack, I think. He might be on his own bowl.
Just left yours there now.
Change of hands.
Yeah, well, there's not much for him on the backhand anymore. And he's got a bowl to roll to count.
He's going to roll it.
He's going to roll it right on the jack.
You couldn't walk up and kick it there any better than that.
Yes, you'd be pleased. You'd be pleased to play 12 foot of weight and cut a bowl across to the back of the kitty. Chris Monk, he's watching. He's trying to keep his form from last night.
For those of you that have subscribed to Bowls Promo TV, do a search back for Champion singles when Ash Van Winkle put on the best display of a lawn bowls game in a game of singles that I've ever seen. Well worth the watch. It's had over 12,000 views or something like that. It's perfect. It's a perfect game.
Janine Brown saying, yes, Park Beach is the Park Beach at Coffs Harbour. Well, we won't count that one. Fire two, arrive anyway.
Better.
Giving it a chance.
Getting better. So stay. Fall out.
Cut two out. This'll upset the run rate if they scored a one. 19 shots, 6 ends.
He's not running like he did before, but it's still good.
Gonna be a shot.
That's great.
Not the worst sort of bowl played.
Two.
16-5. Basically halfway, 7 ends out of 15.
Ash is bringing it up just a little bit. But heading for the tee.
See a little bit of juice coming up to the surface on the couple of footprints we can see on the green. Bit of sunshine sucking some juice up. Make sure that it doesn't run too fast. John Humphreys, Dolores Grank, Les Elms, Josh Fisher and John Humphreys again.
You're doing all the right things, Glenn.
I suppose you're going to hit that toucher button. That one's not really a front or back.
Toucher's a toucher.
You did hit the kitty, so I guess you call it a toucher. Might get that home, but are you going to be behind?
Do you think I should just reserve it for resting touches? Well, then I'd do a graphic for resting toucher.
Well, we'll say that Rip bowled his first bowl short, so he's going to make sure he didn't have two short ones. So he bowled 4 foot past. Pretty handy bowls, those two. Likely to come into the equation shortly. Someone reaching up down that backhand side will tickle this kitty up a foot or so.
Alan Newman's updated his score as 5-3.
He's 5-3 and Judd Percy and Desi Khan are 5-3. The other game beside him is 5-3. It's very popular sort of a score.
Yeah.
All those 5-3s insignificant compared to 16-5.
5-3,
Pretty handy here.
8-3, 3, 5-3, 5-3, and a 6-8, and a 4-7.
That's how to draw a shot.
Now, you want the resting toucher one. There you go.
Ah, we've got the updated scores. We'll start down the bottom, the far green.
We need that breaking news, breaking news, breaking news.
Breaking news. The Panowitz. Now, Derek, I don't really know them. Apparently they won the pairs, one of the leading Sydney clubs. Someone was telling me there. John Hammond, little nail file, little grinder, should I say.
Good bowl, Jared.
They're leading the Panowitzes 6-2. Maria and Albert Gibbs are behind to Dan Hollingsworth and Robert Regalia 6-3. See the scores on Rink 1 by any chance? Yes, we can see the scores on Rink 1. It's 5-3. That was the answer. Don't know which way around, Chris. Jay Dorr is leading Jeff Everett 11-1 and Chris Rosanis leading Kenny Woodward 10-5. Alan Craig's 16-0. He must be a local. I think he's a local. And Adam Liddell leading Jason Crockett 7-2. Lukey Turner playing Isaac Moore, and that'll be some sort of a grudge match.
Yeah,
10-5.
Alan Newman's behind.
Okay, Indy Conlon is 5-3 against Alan Newman, so Alan's on the right. And Matt Norrie leading 8-3 against Cam Hilton. Next door to the TV game, Anika McGill leading Luke Day 7-4. Mitchell Mears leading in the next game 8-3 against Peter Longland. Des Can is now up 8-3.
We might have a shot on here. No, just wide.
Max Jeffrey and Peter Hobday are down 5-3 against Dan Keogh.
Hub day every day.
Another foot away won't hurt. Actually, same one.
Mostly favourites there, but we will say that Helensvale game where Isaac Morn's playing Luke Turner. 10-5 to Luke and Wade Clayton against Isaac Morn and Josh Walker Davis. It'll be a big game. And Ross Phoenix is watching, sometimes called River Phoenix. Long-time Downs representative. Somewhere, split.
Yeah, great shot.
Good result, good shot, good result. I still think the Welshman needs a hat.
He does.
Someone take a hat out for him.
And his wife's here too.
He has got hair. He has got hair, I suppose that's something.
She'll be scolding him.
Nearly got inside it.
Got Clinton scratching his head. What are you got to do?
He was thereabouts. Yeah, quick set. Round the back. Well, I guess he's coming looking for it. Nothing much for being short when you're 11 behind at half time.
If he rolled the wide out, would that give him a number?
He's close to it.
Not that wide.
Close to knocking that one in for 2. A 1 scored. I wonder if that
One.
if we had the card up there, we'd be able to say well, it's actually scored a 1. 17-5. I would think of our top 8 teams here today, I would have thought that Clinton and Jared would be one of those 8, and obviously the opposition was one of those 8 in the section of death that had predicted only a 2-game winner winning this section.
Ash is back. He's not the 2 feet short he's been with his first one. He's literally put the jack where he has been bowling to.
Yep. And threw the jack a metre shorter than where he'd been playing, and the leads back in business.
But he's brought Clint back into the game, trying to bring himself back into the game.
The leads are back in business. They'll bowl 4 within a foot again. Peter Brown.
Has he got this straight away?
No.
He moved it.
Gave it a good sniff, but Peter Brown, Chris Monk, 2 that I'll be playing here tomorrow morning, viewing to keep abreast of what's happening on the green.
Let's
And
hope
we
we have
have
sunshine
Lee
tomorrow.
Shacklady.
Oh, don't give it away. Give it away.
Four good lead bowls. Again. I'll have to go and watch that 3rd end when they were nowhere near it. They went within 6 feet one end, and probably 5 or 6 of these ends they've bowled their whole 4 lead bowls within a foot. And this one's not what you'd call a long way away either.
It's brilliant, isn't it? Hold.
On.
Perfect speed too.
I think he wanted to be a metre to that. He played the metre to that grass with jack high weight. Drops that around the corner would help. That didn't hurt.
He's just giving Jared a lesson, saying, "Oh, that's the shot he was supposed to play."
Sitting on that bowl would have got him shot. It's not there to sit on now. Pretty good result. Zeke Elmore watching.
Not going to see much of it there, are we?
And Vince,
Oh, we've got a knocker out
you'll
of
be
it.
able to hit the toucher button.
Yeah,
mate.
well, I don't
That
want
one
to,
counts
don't
as
want
a
to upset
toucher.
you. See, it gets chalk. He might let us have a look at it now.
Running for cover, do you think? No, he's going to try and draw in there. He just about played this shot too. He needed a foot of weight. "12 behind and not easy to score here." Could play a great shot on the forehand and Kitty ends up on the other white bowl. Play a great shot on the backhand and kick your own out and be 3 or 4 down. Fraught with danger, both sides.
Vince is back.
Vince Calabrese.
You buy the whole pack of emojis, mate.
Righto, Clint, you're going to try on the forehand or try on the backhand? Which way?
He's trying to settle his nerves, isn't he?
Well, we're going to go backhand. Best he put her backward in.
Yes, thin, very good, you know, anything thin.
Play a foot of weight. Play a foot of weight and feather up off that short bowl, he said. Pretty easy. Spud Murphy. Is that the real Spud Murphy from Bundaberg? And then Steve Redaway. Hello, Spud.
Can he do
Okay,
it?
he's trying.
Can he do exactly what he was asked
He's got
to
a
do?
feather off that front bowl. He asked him to feather off that front bowl and come in and play
do-
that shot.
And play that shot. That's incredible, isn't it?
Well, it was pretty easy because he told him to play it.
There was a dotted line there to follow, I'm sure of it.
It wasn't about a dotted line. It was pretty
Oh, here we go.
Something's happened.
Oh, it's going to go on the tee.
Let's see if we can get it any closer to that bowl. You get the umpire to respot it. Clinton chopped that bowl with his third bowl.
Oh, okay. What happens in that situation?
Have it as close as you can to the front.
Okay.
So it'll be touching that bowl, I would think, when we On top of the tee.
And we've got Ash Van Winkle's butt.
And he didn't hit anything, and there we have a picture of the jack sitting on that bowl that's on the tee. Dolores Gregg, Varun Prasad, Mark Spring, hello Mark, and Max Greenwich. That's a very interesting little name. It's not Max that I know with that name, but David Rashley. Well, does that count or not? But don't get the white bowler, we're 4 down.
Rip it, he reckons.
Close to getting his own bowl there. I don't know where it was. It had a little X on it, that white bowl.
There was nothing in the way now of getting it.
Janine sent a little message there about the mojos.
Morning, Mark. Where are you from, Mark?
He's from Mussey Hill.
Oh, okay.
I know him from Mussey Hill.
See if he's still there.
Well, centre with that. He was trying to get rid of that white ball. Kicked it sideways.
2, possible 3. That's Ash's. Oh, we can't see. Yes, we can.
Pretty close. We'll have another go.
Two.
2. Mark Spring says, yep, he's still at Musgrave. Louis Drake. Okay. Ditch to ditch. Not quite ditch to ditch. We'll say long enough anyway. With the juice coming out of the green, you can see the footprints. Can't be getting too much quicker just at the moment. The sun beating down on the green. Peter Gilbert. One of the Gilberts is playing here today, David. He's got his work cut out. He's playing against Mitchell Mears. Slowing. In fact, he's not looking. He's looking at the cars going past on the road after that bowl's halfway down. Wasn't much fun watching its remaining 10 feet. And when you put one short like that, someone runs into it.
Oh,
Someone runs into it.
come on.
Natural.
You can't be that unlucky.
Natural.
And Ash won't even return the favour by knocking that one up.
Tristan Wells and Warren Barr sending a message to Tristan Mordahan.
Oh, look, it's Tit. No, he wasn't here anyway.
You know, we have the occasional end when they misfire like this, and then next two ends, the leads will draw 4 bowls in a foot.
Yeah. So they've got the mat right back on the tee, and what, 2 metres short of it. So
Yeah,
it's pretty,
At least
pretty
2
much
metres, probably 3 metres.
3/4 probably perfect.
Warren Barr, Lyle Maker, and Pauline Barton. Hello, Pauline.
We call the this 3/4 length beginner's length when we're playing. Oh, you put it beginner's length.
Oh dear, from Nugget. You out of bed, Nugget? It's not even 10 o'clock yet. Chad Percy and
Oh, he's got a bit of it. He's staying with it.
Chad Percy and Desi Khan have drawn away in their game. They were close early. They must have won the last 4 ends in a row. Somewhere near it.
Somewhere near it. Within a mat length. Did you get some sleep, Jim C?
Oh, my old man told me to get as much beauty sleep as you can. He meant it in the nicest possible way.
We did end up at the Lions soccer last night, and what a venue.
Fairly noisy, isn't it?
Yeah, what a venue. I went looking around the poker machine room and it just never ended. And the sportsman's bar was huge. You saw the huge TAB area.
Ooh,
And I had a nice seafood basket at the cafe.
Jared. Has to be better than that one.
Yeah, I think he's going to put one
Reminds
in
me
there as
of
well.
that old Skip from in Bundaberg years ago. He went to the news agency and he bought all these cards and had them in his bowls bag. And he dipped into his bowls bag halfway through a game, and as they crossed over, he gave an envelope to his second, and it said, "Get better soon." And he said, "I'm not sick." He said, "I know you're not sick, but I want you to get better soon."
I should print some
Got
of them
this. Got this.
up. Don't skip by.
Got part of this.
Good bowls. So it's offline. It's 2 metres behind where it started. And everyone's close.
Good shot without a result. Who's got the card here? Well, they've got a card at each end, have they?
It was 50, got a 2.
Or maybe they haven't marked the card. Here, mark the last 10 ends on this card. 9 ends. We've played 9 ends, put the scores up for the first 9 ends. I think it's Junior McMahon at home. Finish the game, give us your card and I'll check it. He hasn't marked anything on his card, just fills it in after the game's over. See if the cards match. Oh, nothing will match this one. I haven't got anything written on it.
Well, at least your score matches the one on the board up there, 17-7 on 9. Okay, come through that hole. Miss the front white one.
It's not up for a start.
Don't hit the white one.
I'm going to come another 2 foot. Little edge? No, big edge. How are Bonnie and Kane going to...
There's no rest of it. Well,
Well, they're qualified. They won by 1 last night. Qualified for the quarterfinals in the morning. I suppose it's not qualified. They won their section and they won their post section. They won 4 games yesterday. One when they played the 2 Serenas was the close one. They were behind most of the game and got up on the last 2 or 3 ends. Nice picture of the bull.
yeah. It's on the live stream if you want to watch it later. It's a really good game. They got away well. It was about 5 or 6 points the difference.
And they were more than that in front. They might have been 10 in front, cruising.
And within 2 or 3 ends, they got within 5 and then within 2 or 3. And then on the green, they actually tied them.
Good shot here. Little inside edge. No. Yes.
And even with the last bowl that came down, they may have been knocked out.
We're thinking they were 4 in front on the card, 4 down on the head, and the last bowl, Gary was about 6 inches heavy out of winning the game and sat one of their bowls on its back, and they only got 3.
I could play.
On the Broadbeach makes 17-8.
I'll just play. They actually had the game in their
There
hand.
was a measure. There was a measure thinking that they had a draw and one to play.
And he just came through probably half a metre heavy and rolled the shot that possibly could have been measured in out. And his last one was out.
Had a bowl on its back and it fell on its back and cut 4 to 3. They probably didn't get to sleep last night.
No.
This one up.
And at the time, I called it a get out of jail free card for Bonnie and Kane.
We'll call it 2 reasonable starts, and we're going to say that they're going to bowl their next 2 bowls inside that one. When they play their good end, they play 4 of them within a foot.
And a tickle here.
Just draw a front knocker. Oh, tickle. Got the blue one out of the equation.
And Ash to come through the middle and take it with him.
John Loudon,
He's going to need a trick shot here.
like that. On the whole, it was a good try.
He had the weight.
Well, he's also in the winning position with 12 bowls to play. Jeff Ellis, Louis Drake. We change this target around, Jared? Or do we just try and draw a front knocker?
Tenth end. 5 to go. You know, my mathematics is not as good as yours, but that's 9 they've got to get.
Nobody's going to argue that it's 9 the difference. The weather looks perfect. The weather is perfect. There's not a cloud in the Brisbane sky. I wonder how long since that happened.
You're right. Not even one on the horizon. Very consistent.
Getting up towards race time and be nearly up to tip time.
Oh, he's not happy.
Oh, we'll get that out of the ditch. Norm Bradbrook is watching. Hello, Norm.
What was that horse that someone tipped yesterday?
Big me. Jeff Ellis.
We tipped yesterday
Oh.
for today's race.
Tom Kitten. Don Sutherland. Somebody's backing Tom Kitten. Can't call the horse Tom Kitten.
If you get the underside of the jack, we're still free.
Hardest race of the year, that race that Tom Cat's in.
And when will you do all your tips?
They'll be through at the moment. There'll be people chomping at me to pass them on.
So you'll do them after this game.
Yep.
Bit like Nick's multi on the front bar, is it?
Those will get the jack, mate. Danger away.
Donald Sutherland's watching. I thought he might be making a movie somewhere. Onto that. Touch the kitty.
It's just too easy.
Done with mirrors.
Yeah. He's a cannon expert, isn't he?
Randall Taylor.
Jack's okay. You do get that is that side of the meter over the head, yeah?
The Sunshine Coast is fairly well represented here today.
Even more's fine.
A fair few Broadbeach players.
Yep, the coasts have come to play in Brisbane.
Max Jeffries just smacked the jack. And went one down.
Oh, he's cut that a bit closer.
We'd call that one a miss, Clint.
Try and get around it, mate. Just pass.
I'm going to
Fairly
I'm gonna
precise instructions there.
say Clinton has been kind of a bit narrow on that weighted shot most of the day. And he'll be looking forward to correcting that.
Knocked this in for shot yet.
No,
You don't think? There's a gap between the darker one and the blue one might be touching.
I don't think that's helping, is it?
Now we can see there's an 1.5 inch gap to the dark bowl. Another one must be closer than that. Stephen Schultz.
This is
Righto,
right.
we'll see what's happening. It's going somewhere, isn't it?
He's got the right one. Yep. Oh, no. Really?
You could tell by Clint's body language there that that wasn't a favourable bounce. Renee Grobler DeLang is watching. Di James, Jeff Ellis, Nathan Appleton. Well, Jared's got one to play, and he needs to make it change the head. That's a good shot. We're 1 or 2 down, we're 9 behind, and we've got 4 ends to go.
I was going to pick up the conversation, but they're not saying anything. They're just looking.
Well, they're doing a bit of scoreboard looking, they're doing a bit of head looking, and think we're going to have to smash hell out of this and hope for the best.
Head scratching.
Scratching the back of your head like that, that's a good skipper. They normally go bald skippers by scratching their head as hard as that. Hit it and hope. Haven't got much other choice.
If they,
Alan Newman's down 9-5, the other game in the section of death.
okay. If they can get 2 out of the end, that would be a great result.
Well, if they don't lose, I guess they're only 1 down. Wind it up.
They're all within a mat length, apart from one white ball covering the tee.
Ooh, it's half speed and it's gone.
With 1 to come. So even if he did play the best shot in the whole world, Christian still had a bowl in his hand.
You want to be careful he doesn't do anything wrong here. 1 in the bag. 1 in the bag might be... he's played it pretty well. Yeah, nice safe skipper's shot, a metre short. 1 shot, make 10 the difference. There's 4 to play, if time permits.
.10.06. So bell goes at 10:10.
No. Ball goes at 10:40.
10:40. Oh, because it was 8:30. Okay.
Troy Ball. And Van is on. Is watching. Quite an assortment. A reasonable first one from Rip Van Winkle. Dig your toes in, Clint. The water's cold. Not much good being short when you're 10 behind, and not much good going in the ditch either. And the opposition's put one
Uh-oh.
right beside it in the ditch.
No, another one.
Did fall in, it looked like hanging on after I'd said it was going in. Much improved. Much improved. 1 in the ditch and 1 in front knocker. Is that touch of button worn out on your machine?
No, it's not worn out.
Get plenty of hits left in it?
You're always picking up my touch.
Graham Shillington is watching. I think there was 8,000 people watched that game last night afterwards. Shillo, just to see your comments. Martin Gardner, Dolores Grenk, Jeff Ellis, Greg Frith. They're all getting out of bed, 10 o'clock on a Saturday morning. Ooh, does it hang up? Does it go in?
Steer an angle off your ball.
It goes in.
I'm going to need a side view, I think.
Looking at a gap. Oh, looking at a gap. It was a draw shot a foot over. 18 inches over, however far it is. Pretty handy shot. Well, here too. Duck its toes in. Max Jaffray just scored a shot. They've played for him and Hobday. We'll see what the score is. They're pretty close. Most of the other games are a bit one-sided. They're going to do the scoreboard up. They will probably get one each to go on that board. Max must be leading 12-10. 12-10 with 3 to play.
Look at that.
Good shot here.
It was a good shot, wasn't it?
Pretty hard to hang on to shots. You do your best by drawing a front toucher, and
This will be all right.
it doesn't take long before it's gone. You go and get rid of it. Great shot, Clint.
Well done.
Hard to play shots like that when you're 10 behind. Quite get home with that one rip.
It's in the ditch.
Peter Hobday's drawn a front toucher, and him and Max are 2 in front of Daniel Keogh. And the front toucher's been lifted. Righto, he's down this gully, he's somewhere near the jack. Somewhere near, right on the nose.
When we did the live stream down at Five-a-Side, Broadbeach, and Hobday was the sponsor.
Okay.
So we gave him naming rights of the toucher. It was a Hobday toucher all day, every day.
Is that right? Him and his partner won the mixed pairs, state mixed pairs that held at Bagara 18 months ago on an extra end on an umpire's measure. Clear victors over Keith Wally and Phoebe Russell, was a 15-year-old from Burnett Bowls Club. They made the final and they were nailed umpire's measure on the extra end. It's a great game.
Mm-hmm. Umpire's measure. Oh, he's willing it in there. Ari. Pretty good.
Clint didn't appear thrilled.
Damn. Oh, hello, sorry. Good speed.
Come up and have a look. We'll sort it out.
Alan Newman's closed the gap to 2.
We have Greg Frith, Phyllis Larson, Halliwell, Grant Smith, and Doug Tate's back on.
So Alan Newman won the last 10. And Roger was a foot short of
Rob
the jack.
Cheshire's drawn a front toucher.
And then his mate comes through and picks up the jack and sits on it. So it's a tough game over there.
I think that's tough. I'd like
Oh,
to-
Roger Manning just got a wick off his front bowl and took the shot bowl out of the head.
I think that one's a tough game. Wait till I play these 2 pairs. I'll give them a day's bowls.
Do we know who's coming up next?
Yep. We'll just see how many this is. 1, 2. 3, 2.
Bring it up. What do you got for us, Derek?
Update on the far green.
Okay.
Read that.
Yep. Okay, we've got a run around on the scores. We just look at our scoreboard and we'll put those two on.
Put those two on.
3 ends to go, 8 the difference. And what have we got? 25 minutes approximately. Okay, Wade Clayton, Lukey Turner are leading Isaac Morn and Josh Walker-Davis, 14-9. Alan Craigs and Derek Webb are up 24-0. Yuck. Max Evans, Adam Liddell leading Jason Crockett 11-5. And Danny Cremeri and Jay Dorr 16-12 over Jeff Levitt. That game's tightened up. Martin Gray and Chris Rosanis playing the Woodwards 21-7 to Rosanis. And the Gibbs are leading Dan Hollingsworth and Robert Brigelia 17-4. Murray and Albert Gibbs. Other way round. Okay, reverse that. The Gibbs are down 17-4. Derek just put them the other way around just to try and trick me, which worked perfectly. And now the Panowitzes, we're talking about winning the pairs at St John's Park, or one of the leading clubs in Sydney, are in front of John Hammond 9-6. Well, I've got 2 bowls to sit on there. One would think the way they were playing, he would sit on those 2 bowls.
Yep.
A bit like that.
Oh, big hit over there.
Just makes it more inviting to sit on them. Okay, so Paul Vardy and Matt Norrie are up 16-4. They're in the section with Walker Davis and Luke Turner. Be an interesting little section too. Righto, where are we here? We're drawing down to sit on those bowls. We didn't really want to watch it, Clint. And it must be all right because he's patted his leg twice. Well, it's better than all right. Gavin McDonald. Maybe 8 from Shillo. Good shot here.
That was a good shot.
Oh, they're in front by 8. Andrew Arthur. G'day, gents. Oh, it is 10 o'clock. Hiawatha's out of bed. Shillo's finished mowing his first 2 greens. He was going at 5:30 to mow one. Hope they put the lights on, or he had a torch on his helmet. Righto, Clint, you're 8 behind. You're down on the head. There's nothing left for you to do but draw a couple of shots. Or die in the attempt. There's someone putting their bowls in their bag. They've had enough. They played 15 ends. Be no mucking around in it by them.
Right. Pretty much know Mitch Mears doesn't take very long on the mat.
Left a bit of room here, Clint.
Yeah, just enough to sneak in. Look at that. Leader off the line, and he just draws straight to it.
Had a trail at a foot, 2 foot.
Oh, I just saw some really nice cookies go past.
Clint.
No.
Drag that one across a bit. Yeah, he might be on his own bowl here with a bit of joy. Sitting it down. Yes and no. Nearly sat at front knocker. Green Stallon. Hello, Green. Stephen Springate, Roy Elliott and Grant Smith. Quick. Yep.
Missed it by that much.
Sitting this down yet.
Now it's
Pretty.
now it's on the other side.
Well, it's fire too because they score on the spot. They score on the tee.
He's going big. Can he get it?
No. Put some 9 in front with 2 ends to play. If they may be 10, he may be playing a nice quiet shot here. Oh, okay. He's going to play backhand.
He's got to bet either way. Come through there.
Gets the
Either
white
knock-
ball a few rolls.
Knock your own up.
Jump out the road, Rip.
Oh, he just
did he
exact-
kill it? No, he didn't kill it.
Okay, it needs
He
to go.
scores. He scores 3 or 4 shots with it. Doesn't go dead. 4.
Crazy balls.
We're going to say 4. I didn't see the signal. I'm going to say game over, but game 1 anyway. I'll put 4 on here and change it if it's not right. Hard work, Clinton.
And that's a pretty good start, isn't it?
Been thereabouts most of the day.
And he went when he's been a touch short. He's been given some help.
Played pretty good lead bowls. Just fired that one up a bit. It's a bit harder to play when you're 12 behind than you're 12 in front.
Well, Alan Newman hasn't updated his score, but he didn't win that last 10. So he'll be more than 2 behind.
Another good shot.
Having a little
Nugget.
bit of
I suppose it is time for Nugget to get up.
a little bit of a look here.
Got it. Sean Ingham, Bernard Wark, Kyle Ashworth, Bryce Litman. There we go. His name's on the board out there in one of those photos. Michael Flanagan, Christine Knight. One of those pennant winning photos, I would think. Bryce?
While you're watching, just give that little thumbs up,
Bang.
press,
And no,
for
he
us,
didn't quite
please.
make it.
And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you've subscribed and also thumbs. Oh, we got something? Yeah, look at this.
I think that's how quick he should have gone at that head 2 ends ago.
Mm.
Paul Whiteman, Ian Cameron, Grant Smith and Val Story on board. Gonna knock that one into the ditch. Yep. We won't bother picking it out. We will bother picking it out. Bud Percy and Desi Khan have finished their game, a long way in front and coming off. Misses the first one, it's a chance. Good acrobatics from Crocker. That's the wrong one. Can't read Clinton's mouth lingo there after rolling the opposition ball over for second shot. It's got some promise on it. Promises to run into the short bowl. Ryan Towns, Jason Trainer, Christine Knight, Dolores Grink. This time. Well, you wouldn't think they're going to score a lot where it's the full 2 metres to the ditch for Christian Crocker to draw in. Hasn't been many ends that he hasn't drawn inside that.
Three down. Thank you, Ash. Got the line and the weight to come through the hole.
Well, he's drawn second. Oh, he might be up. He was thinking he was pushing that through that hole. It stopped quick. Need another scungy 2 feet to cut them all out. Well, I suppose it looked too easy to him. Another one in the same spot.
No damage. But didn't go for the freebie. As long as he doesn't put too much on it, he should be okay. Has he changed it to just 2?
Maybe. Surely Jared adds one this time.
And doesn't knock anything up theirs close. He's around it this time.
He's around the ditch.
Really? Two.
2. Last end. And it's only mathematical now.
Now the answer to my question before. Who we got next?
Oh, who have we got next? Danny Cremeri and Jay Dorr are playing Martin Gray and Chris Rosanis. I'll give you that sheet.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, camera's having a
Let's play a ditch to ditch.
mind of its own. Doesn't like sitting there for some reason.
Jeffrey Green. How many Jeffrey Greens are there? Is that my Jeffrey Green? Gavin McDonald and Glenn Hayes. Find out. Oh, Clint. We're slightly under in the grass situation. And the grass situation is that they've run out of grass. Character building, really, those ends when you're 10 behind playing the last end. The opposition are playing pretty good. Peter Hobday is attacking the head and he's hitting the shot ball onto the jack, onto the back. And they won the difference. Shot here, good spot, misses the jack.
Well, Alan Newman and Roger Manning have got their one back.
Well, Paul Vardy and Matt Norrie have just come off the green winning their game.
Actually, they got two.
And
Only one the diff, and that's going into the last end.
Alan Newman, update on the section of death. He is one behind playing the last end.
I couldn't have said it any better.
Needs to sit his bowl down to be good. Cover the jack. Get behind the jack. Pretty handy. Don't think that's going to stop Clint running at this. He seems to be wandering around like he's just fought Jeff Fennick. He's a bit dazed. Ten behind, 4 down, halfway through the last end. Any reason not to run at it? I guess he just draws down to it, which he does. Still coming and knocks that one up to be a better fourth shot. Didn't have enough weight to get there, I didn't think. Easy as that, isn't it?
Yeah. You might see in the background, right up the top there, the umpire's doing a 3 metre long measure for a bowl in the ditch. A couple of extra shots.
Clint, you're not around them?
It's a 3-way measure for the bowls.
We're going for a blocker. We're going for a blocker, holding 5. Short enough to be a blocker. Not quite. Where do you find the results, please? They'll be on Bowlslink, I'm sure. Close here. Bang.
Blocker didn't work. Oh, it's going to go back on the tee.
Well, he's nearly got the shot. He's hung around. You're going to spot that. You're going to spot that at the back of the thing. Get it a little bit close to that green bowl.
Tried.
Rip. I think we should put Eat at Joe's or something on Rip Van Winkle's back because there's room for advertising there.
Oh, I mentioned before watching that game up on the Sunshine Coast.
Yep.
But at the same time, it's the worst game to watch because his butt was
He's in the
there the
road.
whole game.
Little edge.
Little edge, kick it
2
back,
shots.
Lebanese.
Catcher in the ditch. There's a white one at the back there.
No point bringing the camera back. We can't see anything. There we go. Oh, he hit his own blocker.
2 shots and game, set, match. Have 8 the difference.
Well, that's the first game done.
We're just trying to have a little look at the other game in this section.
I'm,
Three-quarters of the way through the last end. I'm not sure who's got shot.
Alan Newman's holding with his blue, and Roger Manning looks like he's got second and third. And he just... Who's he playing against? He just drew the shot, just knocked Alan out.
Okay. Well, that's Rob Cheshire. Cheshire. Came from ACT probably nearly 2 years ago. Straight into the Gold Coast side as a ACT skip. Playing with Indy Conlon, so
Roger's gone the tee.
Cheshire and Conlon will play against Rip Van Winkle and Barry Crocker in the next game. In that
Okay.
section of death.
Yeah.
Rob's got another bowl to play. He was running through the ACT team the same time as Gary Willis, Adam Jeffrey, because Spider Momfries was always in there as the young blokes were coming through. And he should be 2 foot short. He should be quite adept at playing on slowish greens coming from Canberra. They haven't got that many tiff dwarf greens. Alan's having a very long look. He's got to produce something to win this game.
He needs the jack to go back to win.
He's talking to his bowling arm,
He's now to a
telling his
couple.
bowling arm to play this one properly.
He's now a couple down.
That rings a bell. Stephen Schultz is back on board. Gavin McDonald, Brad Williams, Stephen Sale. Hello, Steve. And Nuggets mum. Jay Dorr is watching. He must be finished his game.
Well, Alan missed the jack.
Indy Conlon about to play his first skips bowl. And he's hunting it up or in. Oh no, he's trying to get the backward. And he didn't, he got second backward. We've got the head covered over there.
So Roger Manning's red and blue is Alan Newman.
Alan's blue.
It's 2 down at least.
2 down, they need the kitty somewhere.
If he can get the kitty back a bit. And he needs 2.
I was thinking of a respot because Indy was chasing that bowl to get past the backward where it sat on the back bowl. Would have covered the spot had he got around it.
Respot would probably work.
It'll work except Indy's got a bowl to play. Right, he must be on the mat. Yes, he's on the mat. Here it comes. Here it comes. He's still giving it a bit of a look. Got the kitty. And
He's
hard up against the blue bowl for a draw. at the
Draw.
moment. Indy with a bowl to play. Toucher in the ditch. And white ball's not very far away from this angle. Well, it'd be interesting, the section of death, to have a draw in it. Make it all the more interesting.
What are you doing? 3 what? 3. What's the
One for,
1 and 3?
yep.
And a draw's good or bad?
Well, keep them all alive in the section,
Okay.
because there's a rough chance of
Yeah, well, he was coming into the head. He's got enough weight to get there.
needs luck. Well, that's a draw. See, Clinton Bailey and Jared Davies are capable of beating anybody when they hit their straps.
I'm sorry I didn't think about moving the camera over there sooner.
Okay, well, that's all over. We'll have a quick break and we'll be back with round 2, day 2, the second fill. And we'll be bringing you a classic game. Sunshine Coast, Danny Cremeri and Jay Dorr will be playing Martin Gray and Chris Rosanis. Now, as I understand, Martin played with Chris Rosanis down in New South Wales in the New South Wales under-25 side. Don't know much about him, but we'll learn something very quickly when we get him out there on the green for 15 ends. See you all in 20 minutes. Bye
Okay.
now.
Thank you, Jim C. And my name's Wayne Nedder, and all the equipment that we use here has been funded by bowlspromogear.com.au, a collection of stuff I've done for bowls clubs over the last 25 years. Does keep us busy. There's always something to do at my company there. So thank you for watching. 20 minutes time for the second game of 3. And if you've been watching this on the Jindalee Facebook page, it's also available on Bowls Promo TV YouTube, and click on the live stream.